this, essentially, we are trying to create this feeling of looseness around our rib cage and upper back, okay? If you study around the sort of neural feedback that your brain gets from this part of your body, which is your heart, your lungs, your diaphragm, all of this sort of good stuff, then it's important that this sort of kind of upper thorax area is feeling loose, essentially. And this is a great exercise to do that, that I've actually taken from David Gray Rehab. Shout out to him. So essentially with this, you're going to have your back pressed in to the ground, lying like so. So the version that I recommend the most is I like to do a one-arm version. I'll show the two-arm version later. But someone is essentially dragging my elbow up to the sky, so my entire arm is completely dead and weightless. And essentially the movement is coming from my kind of scapula and around this lat region. And I'm going to breathe out all the air and reach across. So it is a tricky movement, and it does take a bit of skill and time doing it. But as you breathe out, think of this region doing the work. A little cue that I like to use is that someone's grabbing this part of my body and dragging it across when my entire arm is weightless. So they're pinching and dragging it over to the other side. And to get a little bit more out of it, as you're coming across the other side, still think that it's being dragged across, but your arm it's not completely sagging down to the ceiling. The intent is that it's still sort of kind of going up and across, if that makes sense, okay? So when it is feeling weightless, there's a very, very slight intent that it's not dropping too close to my face, but that it's staying sort of protracted away from me. So one more time. Now if you want to do the two-arm version, if you're a bit stuck on time, essentially it's the same thing. Your hands come across like this. And you would just reach like so. All the air in out of your lungs. And obviously your scap and back is the part doing all the work, not your arms. And yeah, that is your rib cage, breathe and reach.